Hey guys, and welcome back to Untamed Creations. My name is Amanda, and today I'm going to walk you through the process of creating a custom set. Today I will be making a cropped hoodie and hat set for the Super Bowl. Off screen, I got my design all prepped and ready. Now it's just time to print and apply. For those of you that want to follow along at home with your own designs, once you have your design created and properly sized to fit your garment, it's time for the fun to begin. Let's go get started. First, you'll need your standard grip cut mat and heat vinyl of choice. Today, I will be using Siser Easyweed heat transfer vinyl in white and Make Market glitter heat transfer vinyl in green. Now that we've got our supplies, it's time to start printing. Before we print, it is very important that we check our printer settings. When using heat transfer vinyl, you want to ensure that your printer is set to the correct base material and that your image is mirrored. For this project and any project requiring HTV, your base material should be set to iron-on. This step is important for two reasons. Firstly, having the printer set for the wrong base material can make weeding difficult as your vinyl can be cut too deep or not deep enough. Secondly, if you have words of any kind on your design and you forget to mirror it, your design will appear backwards when applied. So remember to check these steps when making clothing. Now that we've confirmed that our printer is set to the right settings, it's time to add the vinyl to the cut mat and let the printer do its thing. Make sure that you place the vinyl shiny side down and smooth out any air bubbles or wrinkles from applying the vinyl to your cut mat. This will ensure a smooth cut. At this point, most people cut their vinyl to the needed size of the image or the size of the mat. But as you can see, I like to leave the cutting until the end sometimes. This way I can cut exactly what I need rather than potentially wasting vinyl by cutting too much or too little. Now that the mat is prepped, it's time to insert it into the printer and wait the few seconds to minutes for the design to be printed. The time length of how long it takes to be printed all depends on the size of your design and how intricate it is. Now that the design has completed the printing process, I will cut it away from the roll. Once the printer is done doing its part and you remove your design from the roll, it is time to weed, which is what you see me doing here. Using the weeding hook, I am pulling off all blank spaces or unneeded vinyl between the design. I do this for each piece of the design and go over it to make sure nothing was missed. This is a good practice as once the vinyl is heat pressed, there's no going back. Once you're finished weeding, your design should look similar to this. All blank spaces should be removed, and once flipped over, your design should be easily read. Now to repeat this process for the rest of the designs. Now that all parts of the design are weeded, it's time to transform this hat. The transformation begins with placing the designs on the hat and hoodie. In doing this, I check the placement and sizing, seeing how I like the positioning, is the sizing good, and do I like the placement. After moving things around a bit, I settled on this placement. Now let's go press. Once the heat press is preheated to the temperature needed for the vinyl to adhere, it's time to start. I like to start by pressing the fabric itself first to remove any wrinkles or moisture. Press the garment for 5 to 10 seconds. Now that our hat is pressed, it's time to add the design. Place the design in its desired position and cover it with your protective cover. I'm using parchment paper. Now we press for 10 to 15 seconds. Once time is up, it's time to peel. Most HTVs are hot peels, but some can be done cold as well. Make sure you read the application directions on your vinyl to be sure. For the vinyl I'm using, a hot peel is needed. As you can see, we have to give it a few seconds to cool slightly after being pressed, or it can be difficult to peel for some vinyl brands. Now that the hat is complete, I repeat the same steps for the hoodie, starting with the design on the chest. Once the front design is applied, I work on the sleeves, following the same steps and working on one sleeve at a time. And there you have it, a custom Philadelphia Eagles hoodie and hat set ready to be sent out. Here's an up-close look at the results. And that's it. This custom order was then packed up and sent to its new home just in time for the Eagles fan to look fly while watching their team dominate in the Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Super Bowl 59 champions, and thanks for watching. Until next time, go Birds!